And can you touch on some others that would be of value for people to, keep an eye on, keep an alertness to?
Well, for each person to be more in touch with what their ongoing thinking is on things. In other words, their train of thought. Because that's not a random thing. And so that's one way that we uncover what our belief systems are. And not all belief systems are negative. Some actually support our enlightenment. Not everything is bad.
Right.
So, but when you find yourself in worry mode, or you find yourself when you think about what your hopes and dreams are, and you tell yourself, no, I can't have that, I'm not ready for that, those kinds of things, then there are clues there about patterns you carry on a DNA level. So that helps you to understand what it is that needs to be cleared.
And we were talking a little earlier about that there's almost like a collective energy that isn't necessarily your energy, but somehow you take it on, and it feels like yours, and you make it yours, and it makes you crazy, and you don't know. So why don't you talk to that? I mean, I'm sure you see that a lot, because there's so much.
We do. And that actually, what you're talking about here is the mass consciousness. And that's actually a proven field of energy. Science has proven that. The mass consciousness, we all have responsibility for that. We have created that over time, over a long period of time. It isn't just from this generation.
Right.
And we're adding to it all of the time. And we're shifting it by how we think, by how we live. And we're very much impacted by it. So what I recommend to people is, let's say on a given afternoon, you are feeling in a wonderful mood, all excited about something, and then on the way home, all of a sudden things turn sour, and you're not sure why. So one thing I recommend people do is really tune into themselves and ask, is what I'm feeling, is this my own energy? Is this something within me? Because it could be.
Right.
Is this something in my neighbor or someone I care about? Or is this in the mass consciousness?
Well, even if it's in the mass consciousness, doesn't have to trigger something in us. So I mean, the Indians have, say, an expression: if there's no place for death to enter, it won't. Is there the same thing with mass consciousness? If there's no place?
Yes, it does. It does trigger things with us. Yes.
So it ultimately has something to do with us anyhow.
Yes, it would have something to do with us. You're correct.
So even if we're feeling that way and it's basically not ours specifically, it's hitting something in us specifically.
Yes, yes. Right.
Because not everybody is subject to mass consciousness in the same way, right? If you have enough momentum, then kind of those things, unless it's so powerful, will kind of bounce off you like water off a duck.
Yes.
So we have that potential to close that off in a certain way by being so in the moment, so in
if there's
love.
nothing to be triggered, then nothing is triggered.
Right, if there's nothing sitting up to trigger.
Right.
And
energy doesn't lie.
Right.
Energy is very real.